What's going on, folks? I'm just trying to get something up for you guys so y'all all can see it and tune in on this. Shout out to my guy ABL. I'm going to show you guys this page to show you how this all went. Give me 1 second here. 1 second here. Let's see. Shout out to my guy ABL. I want y'all to check this out. Give me a second here. This is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump has been found guilty on every last one of them. Every last one. Check it out. Check it out.
And make an inference as a jury if other facts seem to suggest and reasonably line up another scenario. And so, as we await to hear what the exact verdict is, we are now. I understand.
Let me know if you guys can all hear this.
With Donald Trump looking quite anxious, we're getting a word of what the verdict is.
We are getting word on the first count that Donald Trump is.
Can you guys hear?
Guilty.
Uh-oh. Count one, guilty.
Now remember, there are 34 counts.
Count two,
that
guilty.
we will go through.
Count three, guilty.
Count two, guilty.
They're trying to
Count
start something.
three, guilty.
Count four, guilty.
Count four, guilty. Count 5 and 6, guilty. Count 7, guilty. Count 8, guilty. Count 9, guilty. Count 10, guilty. Count 11, guilty. Count 12, guilty. Count 13, guilty. Count 14 and 15, guilty. Count 16, guilty. Remember, this is a unanimous decision by the jury on each of these counts. Count
Sure it
17,
is.
guilty. Count 18, guilty. Count 19, guilty. Count 20, guilty. Count 21, guilty. Count 22, guilty. Count 23, guilty. Count 24, guilty. Count 25, guilty. Count 26, guilty. Count 27, guilty. Count 28, guilty. 29, guilty. Count 30, guilty. Count 31, guilty. Count 32, guilty. Count 33, guilty. Count 34, guilty.
Guilty on all
Donald
counts.
Trump has been found guilty on all counts of falsifying business records in an attempt to cover up these alleged relationships in the New York hush money trial.
Here we go.
All right. Shout out to my guy ABL for getting that up there. I tried to get a way to get it up there really quick, ladies and gentlemen, for you guys. Do me a favor. If you guys are all in here right now, make sure you hit that like button so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Please do that for me right now, because of course, things like this, they're going to want to suppress it. Why? Because they don't want to hear what folks like me have to say on situations like this right here. So make sure you hit that like button right now, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button right now. Now, let's get ready to get to some of the nitty gritty of this. I know that a lot of y'all are about to be completely pissed off, as you should, but let me make something clear, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make something clear to all of my fellow American brothers and sisters. Whew. Okay? I know that y'all are about to be pissed. I know y'all about to, this is ridiculous. I know that's about to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, understand this. Understand this. This is where we are in America. This is where we are in America, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want you guys to look at this and get pissed off because of what happened to Donald Trump. Quite frankly, I kind of had a feeling that it was going to go that route. I'm just telling y'all, people that know me and personally talk with me, I told you guys, I said, I'm not going to be surprised if they convict him. And I said, I won't be surprised if they convict him on all accounts. Now, before y'all get all crazy, understand this. This can be appealed. Okay? This can be appealed. Okay? Donald Trump saw this coming. They knew this was coming. I know that the news, y'all, listen to me. I know that the news can have things up there in such a way to where we really will not know, but we know. Listen, y'all have to listen, because I know y'all going crazy in the chat. Understand this. Don't pray and ask for revelation on how injustice our country are, and then when somebody like Donald Trump get used to show you and me our injustice in our system, don't be surprised by it when you get the answer for it. For example, if you are somebody and you said, oh man, I need to work on my patience, all of a sudden things start to happen to test your patience. If you are somebody that said, man, I want to work on, I want to work on being able to love people, well, you're going to get tested in a way to where you're going to have to be the one to show how you love people. So when we say things like, oh, America is messed up, America is this, we have so much injustice going on, where there has to be somebody that we all get to see that injustice be bestowed on. Hence, President Trump. I mean, guys, listen, whether you like Trump or whether you do not like Trump, it does not matter whether you like Trump or whether you don't like Trump. What you need to see is that if the system can do something like this to where there are no victims, to where this only is being brought up because Trump is running again, to where somebody can sit there and have, guys, listen, I know y'all don't, well, Ty, this is not, listen to me. If that's the case, then every last one of you in here right now, if every last one of you in this chat right now own a vehicle, if you own a vehicle, we all should be able to go back to the dealership and get them for falsifying records for us all buying the car that we get. Because we all know that the minute you drive that car off the lot, they even tell you it's not gonna be worth what you paid for it no more. We'll buy it back, but we're not gonna give you what you can drive the car, a brand new car, no miles on it. You drive it off the lot, turn around. You know what? I actually don't like this. They're gonna give you way less for it than what you paid for it. Now, also, if that's the case in this, come on, y'all. Come on now. Falsifying records, there were no victims in that, right? That means Jon Stewart the same thing should be happening right now to Jon Stewart. Every last one of us all bought a car that wasn't worth what they told it was worth. Now, how do you know this, Ty? Because let me just say this. I have relatives that are high up in different dealerships across the United States. They've been working there all their lives. They'll tell me we paid, let me give you an example. They'll say we paid $16,000 flat for this car. We sold it for $22,000. They paid $16,000 for it. The car got sold for $22,000 to you, the consumer. Now, the thing is this: was that falsifying? Was that inflated? Was that beyond what that car was worth? Yes, it was. But at the same time, you as a consumer, you knew that. You didn't know what the dealership bought it for, but you do go in there with the understanding that most likely you're going to pay more for that vehicle than what the dealership sold it to you for. You're going to pay more for that vehicle than what the dealership bought it for, rather. You're going to pay more for it, right? But at the same time, with that understanding, you still agreed to buy that vehicle knowing that you're paying more for it than what the dealership paid for it. So can we turn around and all of us, like, I'll go take all 6 of my cars back. Like, y'all falsified information. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what did he get? What is he guilty? This is what I want to know. Exactly what crime is he guilty of? That's what I want to know. And guys, if y'all look, the minute I found out yesterday, and I should have did a video, I want to forgive me for it. The minute they came out yesterday and the judge said, you may not unanimous. This is what Judge Manchin said. He said, you may not agree unanimously on what particular thing Trump did wrong. It could be several things that you can say he did right. What? That was like, hold on. What? Hold on. And now also the Stormy Daniels stuff. Is that, I mean, guys, look, I know we all hearing it now. I might have to go back and figure out what all those different things are. But personally, it would be cool if they can show us all charges that he was convicted of. Like if they show us charge 1, falsifying records, charge 2, the hush money was thrown. What exactly, especially when, now look, if Stormy Daniels We got video guys. Let me calm down. When they say anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law, and yet we got videos of Stormy Daniels saying this is not a Me Too thing, this is not that, I wasn't under no this, I wasn't under no pressure. That she said this out of her mouth, a porn star who's freaking boned all sorts of men. And then all of a sudden she flips. She's in court just going completely off the rocker, completely out of her mind. And so for the jury to see that and still can say, oh, y'all, this is wild. But guess what? This is what you need to understand, my fellow American brothers and sisters. This is what you need to understand. Understand that you who are for Trump, you see through the bull crap. And you're still like, I'm voting Trump. And matter of fact, you have to go beyond that. For the ones that are Trump supporters, MAGA, Republic, whatever you want to call it, understand, stick to the foundation of why you're really doing it. It's more than just Trump, okay? It's more than just Trump. You are saying, bull crap, I'm still voting America. That's what you're doing. Look, some of y'all that are Democrats, I get it. Look, I'm just telling you the mindset. Some of y'all are like, I can't believe they're still going to vote for Trump. He's been found guilty, and they're still going to vote for Donald Trump. They're still going to. No. I'm just letting y'all know from people that I know, people that I talk to, it's not about Trump. It's about them voting for America. They're voting America. Understand that. They're not voting Trump. They're voting America. America first on everything. See, what's going on with Donald Trump right now, it has little to do. Now, I know y'all don't understand this, because I know some folks, I'm not going to get into it. It has little to do with what y'all seeing, what's going on with Trump as far as this guilty stuff. It has everything to do with Trump represents something that most Americans want. We don't want these people flooding into our country, right? We sending money over to places like Ukraine, where we just found out that Zelensky pretty much strong-armed his way into getting selected again, but it's a democracy. It's a democracy. We see that these people are coming in and flooding into neighborhoods of people that places where I came from, places that I grew up in, the hood, the ghetto, the projects. These people are flooding in and taking over. You, the American people, see that Trump represents law and order, so that's what you're going for, because currently, right now, the administration right now, you guys don't see that they're doing anything about it. So again, people that support Trump, even the independents, it's not about them voting for Trump per se. It's about them saying this man represents what we all as Americans want. And we don't want this nonsense here. So that's why people are like, whatever, bull crap. We know what's going on. You want to make Trump appear to be such a bad person to where we're going to be like, whoa, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Trump got charged on all accounts. I'm done with Trump. Y'all don't understand. It did the complete opposite. You want to know why? People looking at this as injustice. Why now, ladies and gentlemen? I'll mix it up a little bit. Why now? Why not when Trump first ran in 2016? Why not in 2016? When Trump won, why did they go after him 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2020? Why? Why now? Because he represents something that is going against this so-called elite system that's ran by people that's in this system that pretty much is doing nothing more than pimping you and pimping me, the American people, and they want to keep things that way. You talk about oppression. Screw that. Oh, black people, no. All Americans who are suffering from the current administration that's letting this stuff go on within our country, every last one of us are suffering from the oppression of that. Screw this whole racist bullcrap. It's not even about race, because guess what? The ones who are trying to allow this stuff to take place and go on to further suppress and oppress you and me, the American people, they're hoping that this stuff continues this way. The ones that follow me on my channel, did I not tell you guys about 2 or 3 months, 4 months ago, I told you guys, I said, y'all better be ready for a hot summer. And I'm not talking about it's going to be hot because of the weather. I said it's going to be hot because I told you they're going to throw everything at Trump, and they are doing it. Why is it right now, if this is a real justice system, why is it lenient on what's going on with the Bidens, but not what's going on with the Trump? Why? Why is it that we got people that just got done knifing children? We got people of the alphabet community that went in and shot up a Christian school. They want to keep all that stuff hush hush. But the most important thing that is a threat to you and me, the American people, is President Trump. Him falsifying records, hush hush money. That is a threat to democracy now. He's going to be known as a convicted felon. Oh my, you think that's going to work? Do you I told you this is crazy. Trump is the scapegoat to cover up a lot of other things that's been going on with our country that they hoping you forgot about. Inflation is one of them. Oh, what happened to the Epstein list, ladies and gentlemen? Let's keep it real. What happened to the Epstein? Remember, we're going to release the Epstein. Johnson, the Speaker of the House. Where are those names that on the Epstein list, huh? Where are the victims? Victims? Really? Victims? Politicians were involved in that. I don't care if you on the right or the left with Epstein stuff. Celebrities were involved in that. Now, in this case, Trump can be convicted on all 34 counts, and people are saying there's no victims, but yet those people that were involved with the real victims in Epstein, we can't know who those victims are, even though those victims have been compensated for what happened to them, but we can't know who those victims are. But the so-called victims on receiving end of Trump are saying we weren't victims. We all made the deal. We all got back what we were supposed to get with interest. And now the person who's supposed to be a victim is Stormy Daniels, the one who openly said on Bill Maher's show, it wasn't a Me Too. It's something I want. What are we talking about right now? Y'all, and the thing is, y'all got to understand, this is nothing like I'm upset. I'm just letting you guys know all this is doing, to me, in my opinion, this is going to empower folks. This is going to make, look, you talk about united. This is what's going to cause a lot of people to stand, because this is what y'all got to understand here. See, let me let y'all in on something. And don't be surprised if y'all see some politicians come out. And I'm telling y'all right now, and I'm just being honest. I told y'all, I know a lot of politicians. I've spoken on stage with them. I mention some of the names sometimes, but listen to me when I tell you this. When they say that Trump is a threat to our democracy, you need to understand what democracy is. See, Trump is a threat to their democracy. See, democracy, we thinking that is, see, democracy technically is supposed to be about we, the people. We, the people, are supposed to be this democracy, right? But when you hear people like the Biden administration, when you hear Karen Jean-Pierre saying Trump is a threat to our democracy, yes, that system, that democracy of those elite, yes, he is a threat to them. Why? Because he said he's going to shut some stuff down. They don't like that. He's saying he wants to shut down the very systems that's harming you, the American people. He's saying he want to put you, the American people, first. Trump won't put us first. Well, guess what? Based off the actions that's going on right now with this current administration, you tell me if you feel like you're first. I'll wait. Tell me, the normal average American working citizen, I don't care if you are middle class, lower class, white collar, 100,000-aire, possibly a millionaire. You tell me that under this current administration for the past 3.5 years, if it's been great for you, if you feel like you're first. Heck no. But the thing is, Trump brings in ratings. Trump brings in media attention. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling y'all, do not let this verdict of Trump being found guilty distract you away from the everyday things that is harming us, the American people. Again, and also understand this, because a lot of folks don't do this. You need to really understand it's not Trump per se that is going to save America. Y'all do know that, right? My fellow American brothers and sisters, you do know it's not Donald Trump that's going to save us from all this stuff that we saying is wrong right now, right? Y'all do know that, right? No, it's supposed to be we. We, the people. You're supposed to be able to do your due diligence, right? If you look at yourself, if you look at America as being a body, you need to ask yourself, what part of that body do you represent? Are you the hand? Are you the shoulder? Are you the arm? Are you the leg? Are you the foot? Are you the toes? Each one of those things have a specific function, right? So although you may say Trump will save America, no. That's one man. That's one man. And it's so amazing to me sometimes, y'all, that you telling me just because somebody doesn't say something verbally out of their mouth, that means that you're just going to stay. What are you going to do? If we say Trump said, and who, this is what y'all get mixed up on a lot of times. Y'all don't really get mixed up, but I'm just saying, I want people to pretty much understand when you hear certain words. Trump said, who is going to make America great again? Y'all, answer that question. Who did Trump say is going to make America great again? Who did he say? I'm waiting on y'all to answer. And while you guys are answering, make sure you hit that like button. The question that I just asked is, who did Trump say is going to make America great again? I see one answer. I see one answer right here so far. Who is going to make America great again? There we go. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right there. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? There it is. There it is. Somebody says Soros. Who? There we go, right there. This is what I'm talking about. Now, see, what you guys are doing right now, if they were smart, they would gather folks like myself, other individuals. They would have us go out and do these big, huge rallies on behalf of President Trump. Because it's not going to be Trump, y'all. It's going to be us. And again, he said, we are going to make America great again. You never once heard Trump say, I am going to make America. He said we. And you need to understand when he says that, who's part of that we? And if that we is you, then what are you doing? What's your part? What's your part in this? And again, the explanation that I gave as far as the body goes, of that body, what part of that body do you play? You got to understand, some folks, to me, it's time. I've never been this way. I've never been the person to not speak my mind about issues. Now, I stay around all sorts of people in I got homes in different states, but every state that I have a home in, my neighbors, we get along just well. We're not all on the same spectrum. Some of my neighbors are Democrats. Some of my neighbors are Republicans. They all know I'm nothing. But one thing I am protective over mine as far as family go. But then at the same time, it goes beyond that now. My sons are grown. I'm about to be this week. This weekend, I am about to be married 23 years. Yes, 23 years. Woohoo. Yes. Boom, boom. The ones that sent in the gifts and the wine and everything like that. Appreciate y'all. Just want to put that out there. Okay. Y'all told me not to say y'all names, so I won't. The ones that sent money through Cash App. Appreciate that. God bless you. I thank you for that. Now, what I'm saying that for is this. I really do care about my people. And I'm talking about Americans. I don't care what shade you come in. That has nothing to do with it. I don't have a black community, just to let y'all know. What I do have is a nation of we the people. I understand my history in America. I understand where we came from. I understand that what people did to get us where we are today. And the thing is, by having that understanding, that's why I'm so passionate about not letting this thing just go waste. But again, this stuff that we read about in our history, it was done by people. I get to be talking about the George Washington and the battles and Abraham Lincoln and the Civil War and all that. But you got to understand that was not won by Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln didn't set foot out there on the battlefield and like, this is Sparta. He didn't do any of that. What it is that because of words, we the people went and said, yeah, slavery is not about to happen no more, amongst other things that was in there too. We know that. But my point is, why is it that before we are able to speak out and speak up and defend America, why y'all waiting on Donald Trump to tell y'all that? Huh? Why are you waiting on President Trump? Why would you wait on me? Why would you wait on anybody to tell you to start speaking up and defending America? Well, on my job. On my job, what? You're not talking about politics. This is like legit stuff that's affecting you. It's amazing to me that you will sit there on your job and you can talk about ailments you got going on. Oh, I got heart this, I got diabetes, I got high blood pressure, I got this. But at the same time, you scared to talk about, you know what? This is terrible what's happening to people in the projects. This is terrible what's happening to people in the hood. This is terrible what's happening to the people in the ghetto. It's terrible what's happening to people in the trail. It's terrible what's happening to these after school programs. It's terrible what's happening to women's sports. Well, we can't talk politics. That's not politics. Just because politicians talk about it, they don't make it politics. That's people ticks. It's what's going on. Oh, there's low the baby formula. That's a human issue. No baby formula. Veterans getting kicked out of hotels and getting kicked out of centers so they can house these migrants. That is a human issue. Your American brothers and sisters should come first before anybody else coming into this country. And for them to have the nerves to feel entitled to come into our country and then act like we owe it to them, and yet at the same time, our people sitting here suffering, and we don't have nothing to say about that. Well, man, y'all, I don't care who it is. I will talk all day long on the job about how my fellow brothers and sisters, Americans, are being affected by the current conditions that are going on right now. And just because somebody go, I don't want to talk politics. This is not politics. It's people ticks. It's common sense. It's looking out for your fellow brothers and sisters. Now, you will say that until somebody came into your neighborhood. You will sit there. I don't want to talk about this, but then yet at the same time, let some migrants or some illegals come into one of y'all neighborhoods and break and steal something. And then if they get caught and the police tell you the person that broke into your house or the person that broke into your car or the person that stole from you, we don't even really know him. We found out he's an illegal. What you gonna go to work and you gonna tell people, your coworkers, hey, somebody broke into my car and stole XYZ, and we found out it was an illegal immigrant. Now, is that a political thing that you're talking about? No, it's a human thing. So what gets me about that? You cannot sit there and let people try to derail you from talking about things that's going on in America, all because some folks want to sit there and try to classify as a political issue. No, it's not a political issue. It's a you and me, an American issue, period. And if they flooding in like they are right now, and they are, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, my family up in Chicago calls me every week telling me something new that happened in Chicago. It used to be about something happened in Chicago with the shootings and all that, with black on black crime and blah, 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 blah. Now they calling and saying things more about what the illegals are up there doing. Music, throwing trash everywhere, don't care, doing this, doing that, forming their own little gangs and whatever like that. Matter of fact, I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people in Chicago, the gangsters are getting some of the illegals and having them do some of the work for them. But again, with all that being said, I ask you, who is it? What leadership is currently right now that's running America that is allowing this to happen? You heard me. I said allowing. I don't care who you are, what you say. I don't care who you are and what you say. I wish if I had a wish that can really come true, I would wish that anybody that does not love this country, it'd be nice if I just had like on the freaking Infinity Gauntlet, and I could just snap my fingers and make everybody that don't want to be in America, that seems to bash America, that's completely un-American, unpatriotic. I wish I could snap my fingers and send y'all. And matter of fact, I wish I could trade y'all places with the people that's flooding in here. How about that? For some of you that think that all this is okay, I wish I could snap my fingers and have all of y'all go to the places where these folks come from. Yeah. Oh yeah, for those of you that sit there, America is this. America, you don't believe the bull crap you saying. You don't believe that, because if you did, why are you still here? Just like if and when Donald Trump becomes president again, all those celebrities, Trump becomes president, I'm leaving. You're not leaving. You're not going nowhere. And if you do, it's only because you're going on vacation. Stop lying. If Trump becomes a president, I'm going to leave America. Yeah, because you're going to go on vacation and come back. Well, I didn't say I was leaving forever. You're not going nowhere. You're still going to be on The View talking trash about the current president if he becomes the president. It's all bull crap. If you don't like it, why are you still here? Why do you have Stockholm syndrome to a country that you feel abuses you? Huh? Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. Women and or men can have Stockholm syndrome to their abuser. They make excuses for their abuser. You sitting here, can't pay your rent, Harley, can't pay your mortgage, Harley, can't even really afford a car, groceries and everything up. You complain about that, but then you will still sit around and say, well, it's not the administration's fault. You thought that when you got those stimulus checks, they weren't going to get that money back. You thought that? Golly, I know some people right now that's, look, I'm just keeping it real. I found out through some of my cousins, they live in low income areas. Like I'm looking at some of them. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not saying their names. They stay in low income areas. A lot of my cousins still stay in the hood in the ghetto. When they told me, like one of the houses my cousins stayed in, when they told me that their rent was $1,100, what? For you paying $1,100 for this crap? Yeah, man, we was paying seven something, whatever. Now they got us paying $1,100. You're paying $1,100 for this crap house in this crap neighborhood. And one of my houses, my mortgage is $1,200. And that's a whole house, a whole 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3-level. I'm paying $1,200. You paying $1,100 for a ghetto house in the projects because it's shot up that high. But why? Huh? Build. True international pressure. Build back better. We're building back better. Is it better? And what is it that you're building back? Because whatever it is that is being built back, it's horrible. There ain't no building back. There is no building back. Inflation is terrible. Food is terrible. My wife does all the shopping in my house. My wife knows everything. Every store, whether it's Publix, Winn-Dixie, Schnucks, Jewels, Myers, Sam's, Kroger. My wife shops at all these stores. She knows these things by heart. She'll sit there and tell me, do you know that bacon was $4? Now bacon is $9. The sausage tie, it was $3.30. Now sausage is $7. My wife comes back telling me this stuff all the time. And she'll be like, look, I bought this right here. How much you think this was? I'm like, I'll look at it and be like, wait, $110? She'd be like, no, $230. How, babe, you got 13 individual items. How did that come out to be $230? Because this price is this crazy. All I'm saying, folks, is real easy. And I said this when I spoke at a Trump rally. And I said this when I shared the stage with Kayleigh McEnany. Yes, y'all know who y'all do. You guys remember who? President Trump? You guys remember who President Trump's press secretary was? Yeah, we shared the same stage. Got a hat directly from President Trump, signature and everything on it. Kayleigh, right? You know what? I'm just telling y'all. And again, you can say what you want to. What y'all need to understand, I don't care. I care about American people. I speak at events where there's people that's right. I speak at events where there's people that's left. You want to know why I'm able to do that? Because they see that I'm just a genuine person that care about people. I don't care about no right wing or no left wing. And I don't care that a lot of you think that because I post certain videos calling out certain bullcrap, you instantly assume that means I'm right wing or any. No. I'm calling out dumb criminal stuff. I'm calling out things that should be considered common sense. But for some odd reason, that seems to have been lost. When I got invited to the White House in 2020 and was able to talk to President Trump himself, President Trump said he's going to drain the swamp. And he did that. Have y'all ever seen in your lifetime, whether it's a scary movie, you might have seen something in life. Have you ever seen a creature, even a parasite, that got exposed? Have y'all ever saw that in any scary movie? Whenever something got revealed, it starts going crazy. When Trump said that he's going to drain the swamp, he did that. The only difference is, and I told him to his face, the only problem is you didn't Let me see. You didn't neutralize the creatures that were in the swamp. So what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen? The swamp has been drained, and all these different things you guys see going on in our justice system, in our schools, in our colleges, in the workplace, all the DEI, the CRT, all the inclusivity, blah, 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 all the LGBTQ rhetoric, all the far left stuff, all that stuff that y'all see going on. Understand, you're seeing the creatures. Our only problem is we're going, see, what are you doing about it? They're coming to your schools telling you, I'm going to teach your third grade. I'm teaching your third grader what sexual stuff is. I'm teaching your fourth grader what sexual consent is, parent. I'm telling you, you parent, that if your boy says that he's a girl, you better not say he's not, because if so, we're going to take your child. What? They're telling you, and y'all letting it happen. They told me that if I don't agree with my son acting like he a girl and say he a girl, they say, man, you better take your son out of that school immediately. I'm different. I know. I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. I'm different, y'all. I'm completely different. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not upset about this verdict. I'm not surprised by this verdict. All I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. You get to see the evil entities that's working behind our justice system. Period. It's so amazing. And I'm going to leave y'all with this because I'm getting ready to go live again here in a second. All right. I'm going to be talking to a guy that I'm very fond of. So I hope you guys stay with this. I know it's a whole nother subject that y'all might not have an interest in. And it's his name is Jackpot Judo. And I'm going to be having him come on and I'm going to talk to him about certain things when it comes to people that like to, because people like to do leisurely activities. I know it's going to be like a huge shift difference because I wasn't even planning on doing this right here. But I was going to tell you, I was going to leave y'all with this. It's amazing to me. While growing up in the hood, there's one particular instance. I've seen plenty of men beat the living daylights out of women. Unfortunately, I'm just letting y'all know that. I saw this man, I couldn't take it no more. I saw this man hammering away at this woman. I was a young kid. I was so enraged. I wanted to go in there and try to help her. Hearing that woman scream while this man was punching her, I ran to, some of y'all, if it depends on how old you are, I ran to a payphone. I dialed 911. I told the police the address, what was going on, how this man was punching this woman and beating this woman, all this and that. And I told him how scared I was. I even lied. I said, I think that when he come out, he's going to try to beat me too. The police came in like 4 cars flying. They came in, pulled up to that house. They brought that man out. They handcuffed him. They brought him. They put him in the car. I was like, yes, yes. They brought that woman out. She bleeding. Teeth got knocked out. Lip busted. Eye swollen. You can see bruises on this woman's arm. And then it confused the living daylights out of me. This woman ended up doing like this. Next thing I know, the police unhandcuffed that man. And that man and that woman both went back in the house. I couldn't believe what I saw. Why? What? Y'all can see what happened to her. You can see the evidence. You can see what happened. She's bloody. She's bruised. Her teeth missing. Her lips swollen. Her eyes swollen. Well, guess what? The lady who's considered a victim, she didn't press any charges. So the police can't take that man to jail because she didn't want to press charges. What am I saying this for, Ty? If this was indeed some victims and Trump did them wrong, these victims are doing the same thing that woman did. If they got done wrong, they saying there was nothing that happened. So, yeah. See what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, I'm getting ready to go live here in another 10 minutes. I'm going to be jumping on with a guy named Jackpot Judo, and then we're going to be going. So I appreciate you guys all being here. Hit that like button before y'all get out of here. All right. I appreciate you guys. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this